Ladies and gentle gamers, welcome back to To Be Determined. In today's video, I finally maxed out the Kuudra collection, which means that all I have left in the game to do as of me recording this is M7. But this whole video, including the intro, was recorded before the forging update dropped, so I'm guessing you're not going to be seeing this until a pretty decent amount of time afterwards. So don't worry, all the stuff from the forging update progress should be coming out soon. So if you want to see those videos, make sure to drop a like on this one, smash the sub button if you haven't already. We're closing in on 26,000 subs, and if we can get up to 30k before the next alpha test, that would be great. I'd love to skip the queue. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing the bingo grind, so if we do /playtime, I have 16 hours and 30 minutes. A lot of that was AFK. Probably about 2 hours of that was AFKing on the garden so that these crops would grow, so that I could finally level up the bingo pet to 100, which we finally did. It took a while, but we got there. Also, we have everything done in here with 127 points except for craft a piggy bank. So I believe I put that in this chest. Yep, right here. I also have these carrots, which I'll show off why I have those in a minute. It's pretty funny. But we'll do this piggy bank. Boom, completed all 20 goals for the June 2025 event. A commemorative bingo card has been delivered to your player delivery, so we can go to our private island and claim that. But we're gonna have something else to claim on the private island here in a moment. So let me just withdraw all my coins. We got 5.6 million, so I'll be able to buy quite a few books to send over there. Also, I did drop a scarf study, so we'll be able to do that. And I did drop one more thing, which was pretty funny, because I've only done like 10 visitors at this point, and we dropped an overgrown grass on bingo, so that's pretty wild. So we'll take that, and we're gonna go ahead and warp to the end and get our hands on some Dragon Hunter books. Boom, there we go. So now we can warp to our island, and I believe actually in /bingo we can transfer things to coconut. So we'll transfer this, and we will also transfer the grass, and then we'll transfer all these books. But after all of that, we now have 138 points, so we kind of got to wait until bingo is over so we can get all these community goal points, which adds up to about 20 points. That'll mean we'll have over 150 points, so we'll be able to get the spring boots for our berserker runs whenever we go back to M7. So that'll be pretty nice, but GG, easy money. All right, we've been working on this for a while, but the G-Drag is level 99, so this is the second G-Drag, of course, and they did just come out with a forging alpha, which means I don't actually need a dragon with a shelmet because there's an attribute on there that gives you full knockback resistance, and you don't have to use a shelmet to get it. So instead of putting a shelmet on this G-Drag, we're actually going to put a minus relic. That means we'll get a bit more magic find from it, and since the attribute rework is going to remove a lot of my current magic find, this should help out quite a bit. But first, we should get him up to level 100 to start with. Eventually, we'll want to get him up to 200, but I think if we claim from this Rev minion, that might do it. No, I guess we'll have to get the Tarantula too. There it is, G-Drag level 101. 102, and from here on out it's gonna be a lot harder to level him. Bingo just ended, which means we got 28 bingo points, so we finally have enough to be able to buy spring boots. Voila. So these are going to be used whenever we play birds. They're worth about 300 mil right now, but since we did bingo ourselves, we don't have to buy them, and I will have to, you know, do some upgrades to that and do all that whenever we start playing as birds. But until then, we can go ahead and buy them. They don't go in museum or anything, so it's not Skyblock XP, but it's gonna be very helpful when we start playing birds. All right, we finally got one. So I'm doing a little bit of off-camera Diana. So I dropped a Chimera just now and a Remedies from one of the mobs I just killed. And so that puts us at 4 out of 6 on the bookshelf. So I just need 2 more and then we'll be done. And I actually think it's about time that we swap around some things on this Dayax, because a Dayax without Chimera just doesn't sound right. Now we're only getting Chimera 1 for now, but worth it. So hopefully we'll be able to drop a couple more before Jerry perks are over. I've only done like an hour so far and there's an hour left, but maybe we'll drop another one before it's done. Now that's just criminal. That is another dupe, divine. I'm still missing one. That is the 4th duplicate of Vega, man. You've gotta be kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, I have done a decent amount of hours of Kuudra. We're just gonna take a moment to appreciate this real quick, because I have done 915 Infernals, and then we got all these of the other tiers. So we're gonna do our 916th Infernal run here in a minute, and that is going to finish our collection. So we only have 4 collections left. This is our last Kuudra key that I should honestly probably be ever using. And as far as playtime in Kuudra, we have 4,300 hours total playtime, and 55 hours of that has been in Kuudra. Let's do our last Kuudra run. We've been getting, usually with my perm party, I was out here getting sub 2s, but today we've been getting about 2-minute 30s, so it's not too bad. We take those, but let's see if we can get a good last run here. I have been playing Stun on the slash pre, so let's see if we can get a good spawn here on our last run. Here it is. That's a pretty solid one. I am going to go ahead and refresh pearls. I shouldn't use all 16 during this run because I don't do the skeleton horse strats. I'm just not that good. But see what we can do here right there, and then we'll go ahead and go for square. Boom, boom, please, right there. All right, and now he's not been debuffed yet, so we'll go debuff right after I do this. Boom, right there, and let's hit the debuff. Cook him. All right, that should be good enough. And we're going to go ahead and swap over to our Infernal Aurora set. Running the Fire Veil, of course, get some extra damage in here. It is a little rough because I do have a little bit of ferocity just from cakes and stuff. So unfortunately can't nerf all that, but we'll take what we can. And then all supplies are down. So let's see if we can get this in right here. But always got to deal with the Kuudra knockers. They're so annoying. So annoying. If you can get the supplies in before they spawn, it's just so much of an easier run. But it's all good. Do this, and now we are gonna hit right there the stun. Wait a second, throw the pearl. I think that'll be good. Oh, I threw a second one too late. It's all good. I should be doing my Ragax swap right now, but I was wiping my nose and I'm dead. All right, well, last run we're getting carried. I blame my runny nose. Unfortunate. All right, well, let's see the carry. I swear I usually don't die, I promise. It only happens like maybe, I don't know, 5% of the time. Something like that. On stream, we're normally fine. Almost a god roll. Almost a god roll for the last little bit. But speaking of god rolls, we have dropped a decent amount of god rolls from doing all these runs. We did get all of these god rolls from all these runs that we've done. So pretty solid. But that was our last Kuudra run, possibly ever. At least on this profile. And so we get to claim right here 5,000 collection, 30 SkyBlock XP, 20,000 Crimson Essence, 12 Kuudra Teeth, and the enriched Kuudra Chunk. So we claim all that. That puts us, if we go ahead and warp out, right here, 91% to 472. And it's about time that we go ahead and use this on our Kuudra pet. I should have tier boosted him, but I did it so we could have this moment. There it is. Kuudra pet was upgraded to legendary rarity. Let's go, dude. Gotta throw this in here with all the other drip. We should be at 94% to the next. We are 181 in global ranking, so I dropped like straight up nearly 20 places because of the time it took us to do this. It took us about 2 or 3 weeks of grinding to get those 400 runs in. Definitely could have done it faster, but with Jerry and everything, we were a little bit distracted. But let's go. That was pretty good. Now we just gotta wait and see if we can get the last leaderboard to update. So we're 94% to 472 now. We're gonna be back on the M7 grind from this point on. I gotta learn how to burst, so we will be doing that. And yeah, everything that we have left in the game currently as far as grinding goes is M7, but we will be getting foraging updates soon, so that's gonna add a lot more to our list of to-dos.